All right, before I get started with the video, just to give an understanding of who I am and what I'm about, I've always been about self-accountability, which for this video translates to male accountability. And the reason that I'm that way is because, one, that's who I am, but also I understand men, we are the leaders. We're supposed to be the leaders of our community. But if we don't have that self-accountability aspect in there, we're going to be doing a trash job of being those type of leaders that we need to be, i.e. the Manosphere. So I want to give that understanding as to why I would be making a video like this. Second thing, for any kids that may be watching this, because I make content that I hope kids could come across. Certain content, a lot of it now is translating into, hey, I'm just talking to adults. I wish I could do more content geared towards the youth, because that's where our focus need to be. But I got to address the adults within the community, because the examples that we are setting is the reason why the kids are in the position that they're in, because we're doing a trash ass job of that. So kids, this is not the video to watch. There's going to be a lot of strong language being said throughout this video. So like I said, this is not the video to watch. Last thing, Manosphere, if you're not familiar with it, just a brief idea of it. And I'm not talking about what it started out to be, because supposedly it started out to be a safe space for men to, list their grievances, what they go through, so on and so forth. But what it is today is a bunch of weak ass men that sit around and cry about their experience with women instead of going about it in a healthy way to try to actually fix those problems. They adding to the problems by only pointing at women, saying it's women's fault, the reason the community is in the position that it is, waging war against women on some he-man, woman haters type stuff. Man, we got to band together against these black women, so on and so forth. PassportBros could get thrown in there. It's all type of little weird groups that's been created. And I really hope I can get a lot of support in this video, do numbers, because if y'all let me get in the door, y'all done thoroughly fucked up, because what I'm all about is raising the bar with manhood. And like I said, now that I didn't stop with that cordial approach stuff, and I can actually talk how I want to talk and be the type of person that I am and speak how I speak, I'm going to be on y'all neck. So if I fuck around and get in the door, it's over for this Manosphere. It might be already over, but then again, how our people are, they'll forget y'all motherfuckers, and y'all continue to be against women and waging war against women and all this other stuff. But if I'm in the picture, I'm going to make it a point to go against you motherfuckers every single time, because y'all are not the type of men that should be in the forefront of what manhood is, because y'all make us look bad as hell. And a person like myself is just at a loss for words when seeing this, because my reality, and I look at social media as a glimpse of reality. I know people try to separate it, but no, social media gives you a good dose of reality, because if you look around and you talk to certain people, you will see it's the same thing. But my reality was different coming up. I didn't see these type of men, but I won't get into that. But so that's what the Manosphere is today. So the point of this video is to get an understanding of Manosphere men are not the type of men that need to be leaders of the community. And being that Manosphere is so prevalent in the YouTube space, and they got a lot of individuals that are the heavy hitters of the Manosphere movement, and I will be addressing those people, naming the ones that I've seen. I wish I could tag those people in this video, but what I've seen, a lot of these dudes, the way they move is beyond weak as hell, and they'll flag your video and all this other type of stuff just because you don't agree with them and you're giving legitimate critique. Men with our fragile ass egos, we can't take critique a lot of times. We get defensive and want to point fingers, i.e. how the Manosphere do, point fingers at women, when you have a man like me coming along like saying, hey bro, it ain't just the women that's causing problems. And I never try to negate the fact, the points that they making. I'm not trying to negate none of that, but I'm saying we ain't perfect on our side, but Manosphere dudes don't accept that. They always want to just look at women. So I say that to say, the men that I'm seeing that's pushing this, and a lot of these people, a lot of things are going on within these spaces right now over a particular situation. I may mention it here in a second if it fit, within the context of the video. But a lot of stuff is going on, and it's a lot of shit didn't hit the fan all at once. So to give proper context, or to add context, what has happened in the Manosphere is that these men have allowed a woman outside of our race, come into our discussions and now be the face of their movement. So the reason why that's an issue, and the reason why I say hold everybody feet to the fire that supported this woman or pushed this woman, so on and so forth, because I don't really give a damn about her. Like they up and roar because this woman then said some shit, what said to be some racist shit or whatever the case may be. It's like y'all surprised about a damn white woman being racist? Like come on, man. How the hell we get caught up on surprise of people being racist? Like, but anyway, but people are now trying to say, you know, oh, the Manosphere is being exposed and all this other type of stuff. But it's like, these motherfuckers been doing this stuff. And that's where I mentioned about, it's people that been calling this stuff out, but all of a sudden everybody, you know, shit hit the fan, and now everybody want to separate themselves from people. But it's like, it's been going on. I even made a video, and I've just got up to game on, you know, a lot of this stuff that's going on fairly within the last couple years. But these people been doing this shit for a minute. But my thing is, all of a sudden everybody pro-black or about the black community, standing on principles, righteous, and all this other type of stuff, when y'all been doing bullshit the whole time, and y'all were tag teaming along with the bullshit. But now that it don't benefit you, now you want to put your hands up as if you innocent. So that being said, the people that I see that feet should be held to the fire. Anton, I've spoken on him before. Anton and the Lapeef Network, I've spoken on these two things before. I won't say too much about. I got a video about that. This guy named O'Shea Duke Jackson, he's a heavy hitter with the Manosphere. This guy named Obsidian, I've heard his name and heard a very little bit of him talking on the video. I don't rock with these type of people, so I can X him out real quick. Haven't listened to much of Obsidian. Don't care to listen to him. If you ever heard him, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Pure trash. All these dudes that I'm mentioning are pure trash for the fact that they playing into the dysfunction of the community, and they shouldn't get passes all of a sudden because they want to apologize and do all this other type of stuff. But because our community is so forgiving, we'll get these people passes and we'll let them make it, and don't hold their feet to the fire. Who else have I heard? I've heard Anger Man. I've never watched his material. I don't give a damn about watching his material. I done seen him on panels, and he's the same type of Manosphere man, point at women. It's all women's fault, so on and so forth. And the crazy part about it is, you don't have enough men that'll come out and say and speak against this narrative or speak against those men. It's a lot of buddy shit on social media. It's a lot of buddy shit on YouTube. They rub shoulders with each other. They cool. They cool with each other. They got the numbers. They got a lot of support, money involved in it, so on and so forth. So their integrity or what they stand for has been pushed to the side. Because it's clear as day, you can't be about the community doing the shit that y'all are doing. You can't be about the community but against black women. I don't understand how the hell that shit, it's a contradiction. So with that, that's my issue with the Manosphere and all these dudes that I mentioned. And I like to approach things on a grand scale. Just because I didn't mention somebody's name does not mean they don't go in there. I don't know all these people, but anybody that rubs shoulders with these people and cool with them, y'all would know them a little bit better than I would. I'm talking about them too. They are included in that Manosphere rhetoric. So anybody that's deep in this Manosphere stuff and got a heavy support system and got a big platform, y'all feet need to be held to the fire, because this whole time y'all been pushing the bullshit, but now all of a sudden y'all want to, you know, have conflict with each other, and all of a sudden, no, I wasn't, you know, that ain't what I'm about, so on and so forth. Yes, it was when it was benefiting you. You was all good. You wasn't saying nothing. So damn all that. Our community need to stop allowing people to get a pass just because you apologize. It's like, no, hold their feet to the fire for as long as we need to. Now, a person like me, depending on what it is, I'll never forgive a motherfucker. Sometimes I never forgive people, and I'm okay with that. It depends on what you do. Some people deserve forgiveness, some people don't. These individuals that I just mentioned, how they've been playing into the dysfunction for so long, they don't deserve forgiveness, but they're getting that pass. That says a lot about us as our community and what we stand for. So, all that to say, with the stuff hitting the fan with the Manosphere, this needs to be a wake-up call, for lack of better words. But knowing how our community is, we'll be in an uproar about something for a little while, and then go right back to regular scheduled programming after enough time has passed by. So if that's the case, if you see people giving passes, you should question these people. If you see these people try to jump ship and jump on, you know, a different narrative or whatever the case may be, hold these people accountable for the part they playing in the dysfunction. And that's all I really got. I'll probably make more videos getting more into what's going on in these type of spaces and how it's all interconnected, but that's all I wanted to do as far as talking towards Manosphere. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you got pushback, go ahead and give pushback, because you will further expose yourself. Because all weak men that agrees with the Manosphere, y'all need to have a face put on you. That way we know who's who. Because any man that agrees with the Manosphere and rubs shoulders with these people, it's a direct shot at y'all. Y'all making all of us as men, because there's so many of y'all make the representation of men look weak as hell. And a man like me will always push back on this shit. And I don't give a damn how many how many people you got with you who don't support what I'm trying to do. I may be ostracizing myself or whatever the case may be. I don't give a damn about standing alone. I've always stood alone and always stood on my square when it's about principles, damn sure when it's about principles of being a man. So I'm calling all y'all out. I don't rock with none of that shit. Y'all shouldn't have the type of support that y'all have. And for the people that is supporting it, I question y'all too, and I question y'all integrity, because y'all should clearly see how that shit is not going to get our community in a better position. You need other people that know a better approach and a more conducive approach that's trying to bridge the gap between black men and black women and not playing to the damn dysfunction and cause more of a rift. But that's all I got. Appreciate y'all support. Like the video, all that good stuff.